Hello everyone. Now, welcome to my first impressions, unboxing. I don't know what to call it because, I mean, it's not in a box, obviously. It's just a book. But this came out today. It is the World of Ice and Fire, The Untold History of Westeros. It is written by George R. Martin and these other two people who are, they kind of run the Wikipedia of Ice and Fire. I think it's just called a Wiki of Ice and Fire, and also Westeros.org. So they wrote this complete history. Well, I don't know if it's actually complete because I haven't read it yet. Anyway, this book is pretty interesting because not only is it like the backstory, at least, of A Song of Ice and Fire, it is written from the perspective of one of the maesters, or a maester, or a few maesters in the story. So it's kind of interesting in that way, I guess. It also has like hundreds of full color artwork, including this one, which I have open here, and it's all very beautiful. And I haven't really read any of it yet, but I did kind of skim through it, looked at the pictures, and that's kind of what I'm going to do right now for you guys, so you can see what it is before you decide to go out and buy it. Now, this book is it's pretty big. Look at it. There's my hand for scale. You can see how big it is. It also has a kind of a soft, cushiony cover, and this is kind of, this sticks out, the Targaryen symbol here. And here's the back with blurbs about the book and all that. It's $50, but I paid $40 since it did just come out today. Well, as of me recording this on October 28, 2014. And let me just let's look through this really quick. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go through all the pages because it's over 300 pages, but I do want to show it off a little bit so you get an idea of the product here. Now, the paper for it is just very thick, almost poster boardish, somewhere in between. I don't know. It's not like your regular paperback or hardcover paper. It's pretty high quality stuff. So we go through the first few pages here. Now, under every under every piece of artwork, there is a little caption telling you what's going on in that photo, who it is, what's going on, and all that. And this book starts all the way from the Dawn Age, the long night and all that. And it's just really interesting. And if you're a hardcore Song of Ice and Fire / Game of Thrones fan, I mean, how can you not get this? And honestly, I would recommend actually getting the book as opposed to getting it as a digital download. I think the digital download is about the same price. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're gonna spend $40 on a book, get this book. I mean, look at it. How can you not want this in your house? I think it's pretty rad. Oh, look, there's Valeria. I mean, there's some great looking stuff in here. Let's just skip forward a little bit here. Look at this. A lot of this is artwork that may have come up in certain websites. Like, I've seen this photo before this book, but a lot of it is also new. And if you're curious as to who drew and painted all of these wonderful pictures here, illustrations, there is a thing in the back, like credits, art credits all right here. So if you're interested in seeing more of their artwork, you can look it up there, of course. Anyway, let's move forward a little bit. I mean, right now, we're about 100 pages in. You saw me skip forward a little, and it's still not up to the point where like Game of Thrones proper starts. So there's a lot of backstory covered here, and as you can see, each page is like 2 rows, like a Bible kind of, or like a textbook. So even though it's 300 pages, you're actually getting a bit more content than you would a normal book that has 300 pages, which is pretty rad. So if you're really willing to, go in deep with Game of Thrones, you really want to learn as much as you can, you really cannot go wrong with this. It's really cool. Look at it. there's also a part of the book here that kind of gives the history of each region of Westeros and of Essos as well. There's a bit of a blurb there. Look, there's the Eyrie. Now, just so everyone knows, this is, I'm sure a lot of this applies to the show, but this is mostly a reference guide to the books. So if you decide to get this and you've only seen the show, yeah, you're going to get a lot of information from it, but there's also some things in here that may refer to things that you may not know about yet if you haven't read any of the books or whatever. So, I'd be a little careful with this book if you were, worried about spoilers, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in here. Even though it is like a Castle Rock. But yeah, look at this. This is fantastic. I'm really happy that I purchased this. It has a nice new book ink smell, if anyone doesn't know. And yeah, look. Now we're just getting to more of the houses here. This is Dornishmen. That's always cool. We haven't really seen any Dornishmen in the show besides what's his name? I can't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about. The Red Viper. Yeah. Let me just flip through this. There's a lot of cool stuff. Yeah. I mean, it'll take some time to really kind of dive into this. I don't know if this is the kind of book that you want to read, like a novel, or if it's just something that if you need to find out something while you're reading the other books, like an encyclopedia, that you would just refer to it. But yeah. Oh, look at this. I didn't even know this was here. Oh, look at this cool picture of Daenerys. That's some nice artwork there. And I've never seen that, so yeah. And here you go. Look at this. The whole Targaryen family tree. I think this was actually like finalized, mapped out, whatever you want to say, for this book. Like they had a lot of this was around before, but George R. R. Martin kind of, solidified it for this book here. And here's the Stark lineage. Lannister, it looks like it's going to be all the main houses. Actually, no, just those three. Let's see, Targaryen reign. And here's the index. So, ooh, Jon Snow. Look at that, that's awesome. And here's some more of the, these are sigils. It looks like it's mostly secondary houses. There's Hightower and House Rain, and yeah, some cool stuff. And look at that. Look at that. That has to be the Battle of the Trident. Robert Baratheon and Rhaegar Targaryen in the Ruby Ford. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that watching this convinces you to get this totally rad book. Anyway, thanks for watching.